Okay, serious question for y'all. Have y'all ever been asked a question and it's like, if you think to yourself, if you would have been asked that question 5 years ago, it would have been a completely different answer? That's how I feel about this question. If somebody once asked me, what is the meaning to life? What is the purpose of life? 5 years ago, I would have just had completely different answer. And I mean, I don't necessarily think it's wrong. I think God had to redirect my thinking and had to unwind what the culture has taught me and what I had formed in my head to believe that what the meaning of life was. So like 5 years ago, I would have said, I think it's to get a good degree, and I think it's to build a family, and then you have your house, then you get the house, and then you become good parents and all these things. I would have get the good job, get the good degree. I would have just that's what I thought like the meaning of life is like. And when I look back, I'm like, man, that really is like, it's not that those things are bad, because they aren't. They're beautiful things to have, but they're goals. They're not the purpose of life at all. That's not, they are gifts. They make your life better and you are grateful for them, but they not what fills your soul. So the meaning to life, to me, I had a revelation like probably within like 6 months or a year, I guess. Just like, I don't know, when I came back from missions, I think I still was like adjusting to life and figuring things out. I was totally transformed, but I still like, as far as life goes, because I still had these beliefs like from culture that like, okay, well now I got to do this. Now I got to get a job. Now I got to do this. But I came back and I was like, wait, hold up. Like I just had this revelation that we go through life, and the whole point of life is, first of all, the first mission of life is love, period. To love ourselves, to truly, truly love ourselves, and to love other people. And in that, it glorifies God. And I think that's what I realized. I was looking at these end goals and thinking like, hey, when I get that, but that's not what life is about at all, y'all. Life is about the journey. It is simply, it's simple and I say it a lot, but I'm like, man, you know what life is? It's just one big journey. And in that, I think we grow, and I think we learn, and I think we discover ourselves. And I think discovering ourselves helps us to love ourselves, and it also helps us to best love the other people that we are around. Yeah, and I had this thought yesterday. I was listening to a podcast, and I had it a long time ago, but it just came back to me yesterday. I got triggered yesterday in the podcast, and then I also taught with, I did Teddy Bear Mobile with my best friend Kelsey, shout out, and just like watching those children, y'all, they're just so pure and like so innocent, and like, I just thought about that. I'm like, you see children, they just like, that's what how he wants us to live. Like, they just live in the awe and the wonder of life, and they're just curious, and they're just completely themselves, and they're just raw, and what they feel, they're vulnerable. What they feel is what they share. They're not worried about to-do lists and all these things that we develop as or what the other person thinks. They are just completely themselves in the moment, living and loving life and loving their neighbor. Just all the things that we should really possess as a human. And as I was like watching them yesterday, I thought, wait, y'all, like, guess what though? Guess what? That was us. Like, that was us. That was every single person that's listening here right now. That was us. We were once that child. We were once that child that lived in the awe and wonder, that just loved life, that didn't worry about opinions. And then what happens? Culture happens. That's like always, I feel like, society norms. Your parents happen. Your friends happen. Opinions happen. Pain happens. All these things happen to us. And what we do is, we peel these layers, layer by layer, of our true, authentic self, that child that we once were, just comes up. And we start developing these different beliefs, and these different perceptions. And we kind of get confused between what's right and wrong, because the society norms are telling us this and all these things, and y'all, like, what we have to do, what God wants us to do, what I feel like I've been a journey on, is reclaiming that, like reclaiming that pure, innocent child that we once were. That is living in freedom. I want to scream at somebody. Like, shoot, it feels good to just be free and like live like that. And y'all, that's the thing. That is how God wants us to, like, he gives it to us as a gift, you know? And I see so many people, and it just disheartens me so much that, like, there's people out there in the world that are just like so sad that they don't even think that life is worth living. And like, it's so beautiful and it's such a gift. And I feel like, I don't know, I just like, I want to like shake them and say like, baby, you are like worth it. You are beautiful. You have so much life to give to the world. You just you know, and God created you. I know I can't change the world. I know I just gotta love one person at a time. I get it. But sorry, it took me on a moment. But anyway, let me get back to track. But yeah, I think what I'm trying to say though too is that I want to share, and I'm going to do it on another video, but I want to share, there's tools also to the journey of life, to like what I was saying, kind of reclaiming, who we are. And I want to share that with y'all. I think, it would be beneficial to y'all. So I'm going to do that in another video, and this will be my segue. As always, peace, love, and godly juice. Please subscribe. I love y'all so dang much, and I love doing these videos. All right, check y'all.